Hey, welcome everyone. It's so great to have you today in another episode of CaLDpreneurs. I'll introduce my special guest very shortly, but let me just give a bit of background. CaLDpreneurs, some people may be wondering why CaLDpreneurs. It's a combination of two words. Called means culturally and linguistically diverse people, people that are migrants, have come over and settled in Australia, because we're in Australia anyway, but we can use this in other countries as well. And preneurs come from entrepreneurs. So when we combine it together, it becomes corpreneurs because this program is meant to encourage, to facilitate, to inspire, call people to get into business, to get into entrepreneurship, to tap into that part of us, which has always been there. We know that core people are very entrepreneurial. So that is the essence of this initiative. Now, I am so excited that I have a guest with me today. Michael Feleke is somebody that I've come to know recently, and I am so thrilled that he could make up time to join me today. We'll get to meet him more later, but right now, let me just welcome him to the show. Welcome to Corpreneurs, Michael. Hello, are you there, Michael?
Yeah,
Hello, can
it's
you hear
cutting
me,
off.
Michael?
It's cutting out. It's cutting. Hang
It's
on.
cutting off.
What's up? It's cutting out.
Is it clearer now?
Um, Hang on, Aaron. I'll try to use my see if I can use my computer. Just give me a second.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Try and make it fast, Michael. Technical issues, sometimes you never know you could have them. Or you could use the phone that you were using before. At least that worked to an extent. Hey, while we are waiting for Michael, can I just keep talking about why we do this? Corpreneurs, like I tried to explain from the beginning, we know that people of core backgrounds are naturally entrepreneurial. But unfortunately, many times when we come over to a different place, a new countries, a new country, a new resident, we seem to lose that part of us. So this initiative is meant to wake up the beast. It's meant to sort of inspire, to challenge where necessary, to encourage people of color background to tap into that place, into that part of us. The part of us that actually made us to take this big move in the first place. Because it takes entrepreneurship for someone to leave all the comfort zone, leave family, leave everything, and just get on a journey. That is entrepreneurship, actually, even though we're not talking about business or income yet. So we want to tap into that because it seems as if that is just being wasted. So we just want to tap into that and make sure that we get that. Just a sec. Michael is just struggling to the. Hey, Michael. We don't have internet connection as of yet. I'm using my phone. That's why. Yeah, I think the I know some people have joined us already. My apologies. This is what you could have with technical issues. My guest today, Michael, is just having some technical challenges at his end, but he will join. He will join me shortly. But like I was saying, CaLDpreneur is really born out of that sense of urgency to sort of challenge us, to encourage us as immigrants, as CaLD people, to tap into that part of us, because I even know that sometimes the local people in the new countries that we are settled in, sometimes they even tell us, we hear that you people are so entrepreneurial. We hear that you people can actually survive. You're so resilient. You can take risk. You're hardworking. They know that. But sometimes it looks like something happens when we emigrate, when we go into a new place. And we are aware that there are some other factors that may also contribute to that. But CaLDpreneur is just meant to sort of wake up that beast, like I said earlier on, sort of encourage, bring people that can challenge us, bring people that can also help, get people that can contribute in this space, get other CaLD people that have also made it very well in this space. That is the whole essence of CaLDpreneur. And I did explain earlier on, some people may be wondering why the name CaLDpreneur. It's a combination of two things. CaLD is a word that is very common with us here in Australia, and it means culturally and linguistically diverse people. I know sometimes it's hard to pronounce it, but once you get used to it, you'll get on with it. So that's CaLD, and it's another name over time. In Australia, for example, the whole immigration narrative has evolved. So we call immigrants different names over time. So recently, this name has come to settle in, which is CaLD. And the other part of this name, CaLDpreneur, is entrepreneurs. So we try to bring both together, CaLD people, entrepreneurs, bring them together in a peculiar context, because there may be aspects that would help CaLD people better. We want to tap into that, but ultimately, we really want to encourage CaLD people to tap into that part of their lives, to diversify. I preach that a lot recently, that CaLD people need to diversify, particularly for people that came here as skilled migrants. I came here as a skilled migrant, and we know sometimes the challenge of settling into your career. I mean, people that know me know that that's my space. I write a lot in that space. I'll use the opportunity while we are still waiting for our special guest to flag that these are some of the books I've written in this space. It's all about encouraging CaLD people to get the best out of immigration, because sometimes immigration almost becomes like a curse, which is not supposed to be. There's benefits in coming to a country like in Australia where we live. We know that there's benefit in coming here, but we know that CaLD people do struggle, and we also know that some people get it right. We don't want to generalize here. Some people get it right, and that is why CaLDpreneur is meant to bring people that are getting it right to come in and share. Like our guest today, we're having some technical issues now. I'm just trying to improvise. Michael Feleke has done a lot in his space. He's someone that I got to know recently, and I'm so excited that we have a CaLD person that have taken such bold step, a couple of steps. And I was really looking forward to him sharing how he got to where he is today, because He owns and manages an engineering servicing company, and he also owns and manages the MD of Aussie Filters, coffee filters. So it's exciting to see that there's a core person that is taking the bold step. He used to be a mining engineer. You'll get to know this more. If we can't get him on today, I think we'll have to do this again because of the technical issues. But it's so interesting when I got to know about Michael, how he has taken courageous steps. And I'm going to ask him all these questions. I won't get into them because I want to reserve it for the real thing. But I'm interested to know his transition from mining engineering to being an entrepreneur, a CaLDpreneur. I like saying that because sometimes that is where some of us struggle. How we want to leave the status quo, we want to leave the comfort zone. How do we make a move, some courageous move that we need to make so that we can tap into entrepreneurship? Because I believe ultimately, some people need to get into business as core people. And I know there are a lot of myths, there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of sayings. I'm not going to dispel all of them. How challenging it is for a core person to get into business and thrive well here. This is why I like bringing the likes of Michael, because he's done it. He's just recently moved to a bigger place. So I'm really excited that we have this platform where we can, number one, celebrate us, celebrate corepreneurs that are doing well, because we know that sometimes that is one thing we don't do well. In Australia, in many places, there's a common saying for that, the tall popping syndrome. If you see people that are doing well, sometimes it's almost innate in us, in humans, but we need to get past that. Tall popping syndrome says we try to pull them down back to our levels. We don't want to do that with corepreneurs, and I hope core people will not do that. So yes, number one, celebrate corepreneurs, people that are really doing well. It's not as if they've arrived, because business, as you know, it's a life game. You know, you win some, you lose some, but you make progress. So we want to bring people on the platform that are open enough to share. And we know business have secrets. We know that. And I will be the first to tell them, don't share your secrets because it's your business secret. But as much as they can share, that would inspire, that will encourage, that will help others to climb as well. I like that narrative that when you pass a bridge, don't burn the bridge you passed. Actually, you can fortify it so that others can climb up as well. So that is one of the things we're going to be doing with corporate. We started already. We check out our platform or the various social media, subscribe and like. You'll find out that we've interviewed a few people already, remarkable people like Mirare Tulekima, who is a global entrepreneur. We've met Safura too, who is a more or less a fashion trailblazer here. She's done a lot. The beautifiers, that's it. Safura to Saf. So check those other videos out. But we want to do more. And like I said, I only just mentioned one of the reasons, and that is celebrate them. Celebrate them. Let's learn to celebrate us. And also we want them to also share as much as they can so that others can be inspired, others can be challenged to also go on the road of entrepreneurship. Once again, I want to apologize. We should have had Michael Feleke today, my special guest for today's episode. And I want to assure you that we'll still have him. He has a lot to offer. But unfortunately, and you know, technical issues are always there. Unfortunately, Michael, for technical reasons, Michael could not join us today. So what I would do, I most likely a fortnight from today, we'll have Michael. We'll make sure we do all the necessary tests, make sure we do all the pre-tests a bit more. And that's another lessons learned. And this is entrepreneurship. You learn as you go. We'll make sure we do enough readiness to make sure that we don't have the same technical issue next time. So please look forward to joining us for Michael. He's not done. He was prepared. He was here briefly, but technical issues meant he could not get on with it. But hopefully I've filled the space enough today because I've given enough of what is CaLDpreneurs, why we are doing this, how we are going to be doing this, and who will be involved. So let me just round up as a summary with that. What is CaLDpreneur? And I've explained it already, CaLDpreneurs. So call people entrepreneurship. We're bringing them together and encouraging more and more called entrepreneurs. And who is going to be involved? Everyone. Everyone. Anyone that really can contribute in this space. Please don't even wait for me to call you. It's for us. We are in this together. Give me a personal message if you have to. But I'm really open, especially when you know you have something to offer that can help other core people to become successful entrepreneurs. So who can be anybody, but in terms of bringing guests to lead the conversations with me, yes, we'll be selective. We want to make sure, just like we have for Michael today, Michael we know has been an award winner. He's done a lot. That's why we went for him. Please keep the channel open for Michael in fortnight. We'll make sure we don't have this technical issue again. We'll just need to bring him back. So the likes of Michael will bring in terms of the who in CaLDpreneurs, and there will be a lot more people. But beyond the people that will be on the screen, leading the conversations, we really want people to connect, people to get on it, because it's meant to be conversational. It's meant to be more question and answers. We would rather put aside any agenda we had and engage with the right audience than just going on saying what we want to say. And Michael was ready for that today. He was ready to take questions, and he will do that next 2 weeks, a fortnight from today, whatever that day is. Watch out for the promotion. We'll do that all over again. It will even be bigger because I think Michael has already generated some traffic. I want to thank those that have stayed with me, despite Michael is not here. I'm sure you came to hear from Michael. Hopefully, I've filled the space a bit. So the who can be everybody like you that has stayed with me today. It could be anyone. We want it to be conversational. There's no exclusive knowledge here. While we challenge each other, we want to make room for everyone. And then the why. I've said a lot about the why. We want core people to be worthy. We want core people to be, to an extent, self-dependent, to have diverse income stream, to have that sort of take matters into their hands in a good way. People that know me know that that's my bread and butter. That's my passion. When people come over, it doesn't take away the value and skill and wisdom in them. Rather, we can even promote it more. So that is the why. We're not saying that people should leave their 9 to 5. We'll still keep having 9 to 5. I'm a big supporter of diversity. Diversity is the king going forward. Even with COVID that has come and brought us to everyone back to the drawing board, we have to diversify. That's why I was so interested, and I am still very interested to talk to Michael. You know, the transitioning from mining engineering to being an entrepreneur, and really he kept the value of the skill. So that was one of the advantage. You know, it doesn't mean that you throw away all the skill. They are transferable skills. So, but I don't want to go into what Michael will share with us in 2 weeks' time. Just come back if you see this. But I'm really keen to see how he transitioned. And his coffee, the other day I told him, oh yes, I drink coffee. I now know where to get my coffee, you know. So let's learn to patronize us as well. I know we're in Australia, we're all Australians, but let's also learn to buy cold. So I'm going to try and just talk up and really, and I know he does good coffee, Aussie coffees. And of course, his canopy and filter services, engineering services, that will be excellent. He already flagged with me that he's in his new place he's moving into. He's just experienced significant growth. You'll hear from him next 2 weeks. He's going to open it up for guided tours so that core people can go there and be challenged and support him. And at the same time, be challenged as well to do it, because I know, having interacted with him so far, is very open. The same thing with my other guests on the show. So that is the why and how we're already doing it. This is how we're going to be doing it. Initially, right now, we are still online, but we are looking forward to transitioning at the right time to face-to-face. Because there's something about face-to-face. You know that. I miss face-to-face. But I reckon and I think we will not shut down online fully. So we want to, because this program is also going international. I have people that are connecting in from international places, other countries apart from Australia, because the whole issue of immigrant success, immigrant sort of just entrepreneurship, it's not limited to Australia. So we really want to make this work, and it's not going to depend on Ephraim alone. Please get behind it, support it. It starts with connecting. Check us out on the various social media. Subscribe so that you'll be the first to know. Keep it in mind, but please, I want to just flag this again. Michael will be here in 2 weeks' time. What's 2 weeks' date now? Let me just make sure so that we definitely that we don't say we forget. 2 weeks' time will be on the 8th. On the 8th of March, Michael will be here again. Please watch out for the details. We'll make sure we overcome the technical issues we experienced today. Thank you so much for joining me, for staying with me. I can see that someone stayed all the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you can you just say a quick hello? I always like when people say hello on the platform, because it means a lot to me. I know a few people were going and coming and going out, but this person stayed. If you are that person, please say hello. Otherwise, I'll be rounding it up now. We'll have Michael live without the technical issues 2 weeks from now. Watch out for the advertisement. Watch out for all the information. We'll make sure we promote it as usual. Thank you for staying with us, and I'll see you around. Thank you. Bye-bye.